Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Wicked Late Show with me, Kim. So it's not really wicked late. I know that. But being a work night for me and all that jazz, and it's a Red Sox night, I felt like I should come on a little earlier and, talk about some things. So I'm going to start off tonight with something a little different and a little fun. So, of course, most of you who have watched my previous little Wicked Late shows know that this is all in good fun. This is something that I do that, pardon me while I put my phone on Do Not Disturb. That this is something that I do that's a little on the cheeky side, if you don't mind. And so even though I've decided to go more in an all sports range, that does, and normally that's all factual, that doesn't mean that I still can't be fun. So recently I got some criticism, whatever, everybody's a critic. Saying that I was in the pink hat zone. I am quite proud of my pink hat zone, might I tell you. I don't ever claim to be 100% knowledgeable about all things New England and all that. So yeah, let's start off with something a little fun. And I am going to steal something from Mr. David Letterman. I kind of love him and everything that he does. I'm a big fan of comedians. And I thought this would be kind of cool. So being a New England fan, we do crazy stuff. We do insane stuff. Every time we go to the games, you know how we are. We are all into our sports. But even so, we hate certain things about our fellow sports fans. You know we do. You have to admit it. So what are the 10 things that you hate about crazy New England sports fans that just take it a little too far when you go to a game? Well, believe it or not, I Googled this crap. And there's not just 10 things, there's like 100 things that people hate about their fellow sports fans. And obviously I don't have enough time to go over all of those things. So I narrowed it down to what I feel is the top 10 things that we hate about crazy sports fans. So let's start off with number 10. Excessive rage and violence. Those people that just take it a little too far. Man, it's just a game. Number 9, boundaries. You know who you are. Stay inside your bubble. I'll stay inside mine. All right, then we have those horrible blogs. When you go up to Google something and you come up on something that what? That has nothing to do with sports, and I don't get it. All right, I know my little YouTube thing might be in that category, but I really don't think it's horrible. All right, number 7, compulsive banging and yelling. If you have ever been to a Bruins game, you know who these people are. How the frig did they get front row seats? Man, they should be banned forever from Bruins game. If I was a hockey player, it would be worth it to be banned for the season, to jump over into those seats and beat the daylights out of that fan. All right, number 6, poor sports. Nobody likes a poor sport. All right, this past season, my New England Patriots, in the last 2 minutes of a couple of games, yeah, they made a comeback and they won that game. Let me tell you, I was at those games. And I saw quite a few poor sports who were bad-mouthing their fellow New England Patriots. And what do? They got up and they left that game and they marched back to their cars with a puss on their face, like, I can't believe I came out here and froze my butt off for this to watch my team lose. But we didn't lose, and the game wasn't over. You should have sat in your seat and watched the whole game. All right, number 5, desperate fans. You know who you are. All right, everybody loves a certain, player, and everybody would, give their left arm to maybe just meet that player. But, seeing you, stalk your player, come on. Some people just are nuts. All right, garbage throwers. Listen, when I go to a game, the last thing I want to do is step in your nasty, half-ass eaten food that you're too lazy to throw away, even though you get up 6 times because you drank 50 beers to go pee. I'm just telling you. All right, number 3, bad tweets. All right, if you're going to tweet about a sport and hashtag, which makes me think that it's important about a game, make it important. Don't make it retarded, like, oh yeah, I'm at home sitting in my leather couch, having some beer. Hashtag New England Patriots. Hashtag rocks. Come on, don't hashtag New England. All right, number 2, drunks. Make sure you can hold your alcohol if you go to a game, because it's no fun seeing a bad drunk. Anywhere, in general, but especially when you go to a game and you spend mucho money. Yeah. It's even worse when you see him puke. Ugh, gross. All right, and number 1. Okay, those know-it-alls. Oh yeah, we know who they are. Those know-it-all crazy sports fans who, when you try to talk about or you go to a game, and man, they're throwing out stats left and right and this and that, and dude, I know what's going on. I just want to watch the game. Shut up. All right, that's it for my starting off, so let's get right to it. What's going on in news? All right, so our Red Sox are having a horrible, horrible weekend. I already talked about the fact that offensively, the Red Sox really aren't there. But the truth of the matter is they're really not that different from where they were last season, as far as numbers-wise, games. Last season, they really weren't awesome, at this point. This season, they're really not awesome. But things were different in a couple of respects. So let's just start off by talking about the weekend. They lost 1-0, the Tigers, on Friday, 6-0 last night against the Tigers, and now they're up again tonight against the Tigers. So it'll be interesting to see if they kind of, get their thumb out of their butts and do something, because whatever they're doing isn't working. I mean, it's like they're sluggish, it's like something, I don't know. Last season, we all know that even though they really weren't doing great, we had something horrible happen to our city. We had the Boston Marathon, and they went out as a team, these underdogs, and they rallied around our city, and our city then rallied around them. And I don't know if it was maybe those events in the city and the way we came together that maybe gave them that oomph that they needed. And now with that, it's a year later, and they're a different team, and things just aren't the same, that they don't know what to do. I don't know. I can't tell you that. All I can say is that 2 years ago, they were horrible too. And they never, ever got that momentum. So, what's going to happen? I don't know. I can't tell you the future. What I can tell you is that Red Sox manager John Farrell does know that something's wrong. So he was quoted in USA Today saying, once again, it's a consistent story. When the opportunities are created, as much as we continue to put trust in guys to drive in a run, it's been elusive. So he knows, he's going out, he's talking to reporters, he says, yeah, we do struggle offensively. And it's something that we have to work on, we have to fix. And if we don't fix it, we're never going to make that comeback. So, again, USA Today has reported that so far, the Red Sox have played 15 one-run games and are 5-10 in those contests. So, you know, I can't tell you what's going to happen, but I can tell you right now, my Red Sox boys are in a lot of trouble. And Middlebrooks is, you know, he's injured. He's not coming back, most likely for the rest of the season. He's got a fractured finger. So, what are we going to do? Just go to the games and maybe cheer. Me and my pink hat. Yeah. So that's it for my Red Sox news for tonight. So, listen, one more thing I want to talk about. Well, we still have a couple more minutes left. So, I hate talking about this fella, Aaron Hernandez, because he kind of makes me want to puke. Really, he's just a letdown to all of New England. But yeah, so all of this indictment that's going on, there's really talk about the fact of, you know, as the DA digs further and tries to find out what's going on, where he was hanging out, you know, after the crimes were committed, and, you know, everything like that, who was really associating with him within the New England Patriots, outside of the New England Patriots, and everything like that. You know, it's something that I don't want to talk about because heaven forbid, you know, the idea, the concept that anybody within the New England Patriots, obviously they didn't have anything to do with the crime, but that after it or had any knowledge of it would just be a horrible, even worse thing. So, you know, again, sports radio, supposedly, and all its commentaries are like TMZ. I don't like to think that. The fact of the matter is some of these are rumors, some of these are truth. Where all of the actual facts lie in between, who knows? We'll just wait and see, because obviously it's not all said and done as far as that little pissant is concerned. He really is. Ugh. He's disgusting, but it'll just be interesting to find out what happens. Who really associated with him and had knowledge of his crime? You know, it's just horrible, 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 horrible. Jerk. So, anyways, let's see what happens with the Red Sox tonight, everybody. And yeah, hope you had a wonderful weekend. That's it for the Wicked, Wicked Not So Late show tonight. See y'all later. Bye-bye. Love ya.